Hi everyone, welcome to a new video. It is Wednesday and I'm getting ready all my supplies for a Wednesday workshop that I have a kids workshop in Plougastel once a month, and it's our last one, which is sad and exciting at the same time. It's sad because, well, it's always sad when the year ends. However, that means that the new year will be starting soon. And the exciting thing is what we're going to be doing. And what we are doing is we are turning our characters into historical paintings. So I have printed out a whole bunch of historical paintings, and they're going to pick one and put their character into the scene, either as the main character, like this one, or within the scene. And so I have here 300-gram watercolor paper, but we're actually going to be using gouache, ideally acrylic gouache, and neocolors, and some acrylic paint for the background because they're going to do an underpainting. Like, do I have an example of the underpainting? Yes, I do. Like this, in a very vibrant color. So I'm just packing everything up. As you can see here, these are things that I'm taking with me. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing today. I'm getting ready, and I don't know, I just love these workshops. First of all, Plougastel is such a beautiful place. And secondly, the bookshop is it's my favorite place on this planet. I love going there. The vibe, the coffee, the cakes, the cookies. I'm gonna have to show you guys the cookies. They have this, I think it's called buckwheat in English, but they have these chocolate chip buckwheat cookies. They're just so good. I absolutely love them. And that's what the kids get as their goûter or snack. Here in France, there's this big thing of afternoon snack, and it's called goûter. So yeah, and I'm also going to be bringing along my travel journal that I've created as a, as just a model. And this is going to be another workshop that we will be doing in the summer there. Just one day, several hours of creating your little booklet, painting it, decorating the cover, writing all the prompts, going over materials, creating the material page, swatching, and then I'm going to be showing them different ways that they can use different materials. So we'll be looking at neocolors, we'll be looking at markers, we'll be looking at watercolors, picking paper. But then again, since we're constructing our own booklet in that workshop, they're not going to have to look for other paper. And we're also in that workshop going to be making our own stickers. So I'll be bringing sticker sheets and markers, and they'll be creating their own stickers so they can stick in their travel journal. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm going to be doing it in French, or at least trying to do it in French, because I am still learning French. I think I have like a B1, maybe a B2 level. Depends on the day and who I'm talking to, because language is a funny thing. It really depends on who I'm talking to. Hold on, let me stand you up here. I have you on a tripod. But the legs sometimes stick there. Okay. Let me tilt you a bit. There. Yeah, it depends on who I'm talking to. If I'm talking to someone where I probably feel more comfortable with, then I'm more at ease with speaking, and my words flow, and I find the right vocabulary, and the grammar is more correct. But if I'm probably feeling uneasy, then I fumble up my words, and I can't find the right words to say things or to explain. I mean, it's logical, but that's what happens to me, and it happens to me quite a lot. It's because, unfortunately, I am still a perfectionist. So yeah, so that's what I wanted to show you. Let me see, what else can I show you guys? What else I've been working on? Have I been working in this sketchbook? No. Oh yeah, I can show you guys this. So I was just doodling around. In this little sketchbook I got, well, first because even though I'm not a big fan of like grainy watercolor paper, I do enjoy this Hanmüller paper. It is cotton rag. I think it's like, this is 300 grams. White watercolor paper. Like, they're all things that I don't like, but the cotton is what gets to me, and I really like it. And since I've been working on like character development and seeing where my characters take me, I decided to grab this little sketchbook just to work on characters. So for example, I have this image here where there's a giant in there. I don't know if the camera can show you that. And there are like people on the beach, and there's a flag and a castle. Like, people are going up the bridge to the castle. So there's storytelling already in that image. Here, this is like a young Merlin with a dragon. I'm still painting it. It's not done. It just has like the underpainting, like the first layer of paint. That's all I need. That's my squirrel. That's my squirrel. I really like that squirrel and that tree. Here's another one of a little girl, like a miniature girl within a garden on a turtle. I like the outlay of this painting. However, the colors, I need to play around with the colors. They're a bit too muted. There's not too much of a contrast there. I don't know, something I have to think about. Then I have this one. This was for the postcard, because that's another workshop that I'm doing in Plougastel over the summer. There's the travel journal, there's creating postcards, and then there's landscape, which I can show you the landscape in a second. And then I was working on this one, which I think is okay. But I don't know. I think something's off, missing. The yellow has that big punch. So does a purple. I like the colors that I've used here. But I think maybe the lines need to be a bit thicker. I don't know. I'm still considering. I have this one on hold because I still don't know what to do with it. But that's all I have in here. Those are the ones. So I really enjoy sitting down with this because I take my time. I take my time with drawing. I'm not as loose. As you can see, they were tight. They were tight drawings, but I sometimes enjoy drawing and painting like that. And the other thing that I did, which is again in another handmüller. So these three are handmüller. I really love them. And I actually want to get another one, but that would be more like the A5 size to take with me because I just love gouache. I just love, love, love gouache. So yes, I was working on, in this sketchbook, what can I tell you guys? In this sketchbook, I started it last year and I barely used it because it's of the size. This was just me playing around. I didn't really know what to draw. Already you can see how I've changed a bit my style. This is Benny Bear. I had created that last year for the start of workshops. This was him cave paintings. I continued with that drawing on my iPad. This was my winter greetings postcard. I always create a winter postcard to give to coworkers and whatnot. Here, this was during a class and I was showing them how they could play with paints, like to create a background, just adding water and then splotches of color. This was for a flyer for a workshop I did. This was again for just one of the themes. This was me playing around, but I screwed up. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe I didn't screw up, but I think I really screwed up his eyes. So that's a bummer. This is actually here in Finistère. You used to be able to go down here, but these steps are so slippery and scary. I actually think someone passed away there. Pretty scary stuff. All right. And then this one was for my adult workshop. I forget the theme of that one. I think it was like dreams or something. I don't know. Another flyer. And now this is the landscape that I did of Plougastel. And this is the bridge that I always drive from Brest to get to Plougastel. And it's such a beautiful view. So I thought it's quite iconic here. Like, it's very well known. It's adored. So I thought, perfect. I'll paint that. I'll paint that. But yeah, I think the midground is my problem. But the midground tends to be problematic because, you know, you have the contrast are easy to identify, easy to create, well, easy. And then the mid-ground can get kind of mushy, but you know, it's always a process. So yeah, so that's all I have in that one. So that's what I've been working on. I've been quite busy even with the bad back, but you know, since all I could do was kind of rest my back, I would find a good position to sit in and work. So that was fun. So yeah, so that's my little video for today. It was me chatting a lot and just showing you things that I've been working on, but I wanted to do a bit of an update, and so yeah. Oh, and what I can tell you is some materials that I've been loving to use right now are my nib, which this is so dirty, I need to clean that. My nibs, my carbon ink. I love this, it's just what it's called, black carbon ink. I've been grabbing these a lot. I have also been grabbing my acrylic inks. Oh my God, that hurts. My acrylic inks. I absolutely love these. The Sennelier, that's the brand that I love, or the Dollar Roni FW ones as well. I like those. And my markers. I've still been using my markers. I'll grab my sketchbook before I say goodbye and I will show you. Okay, so here it is. Don't mind the shadow. So this is my pen only sketchbook. And so it's all pen except for one self-portrait that I did not start with pen, but with pencil. That's the only one. But everything else, see, this has pencil in it. So yeah, so let me show you what I've been doing so far. I will do a flip through once I've finished this sketchbook. Since I'm not done yet, I love how this overlays, by the way. That's what I really like about markers, overlaying. Okay, so here. All right, so I've been just doodling with this like vampire character. Been trying to see if I can create some type of story. So here you see, oh my gosh, here you can see me drawing the different facial expressions. I think I did a pretty good job. It always looks like the same character, except here I was looking at a reference picture of the original Dracula. Oh, what's his name? I forget. And then here, this was just me doodling. And then here, this is, I'm going to write a post about it on Substack. I was drawing from a movie. I like to do that a lot, where I'll just pick some movie and pause it or take pictures of stills. And so this is the narrator, just one of the main characters of Creature Features on YouTube. And so I drew him, even though his shoulders are a bit too broad. I think I got things proportionate. And then here I was sketching Dolores Claiborne, which was recommended to me. And this is the line that is said repeatedly throughout the movie. Sometimes being a bitch is the only thing a woman has to hold on to, which I thought was a really good line. The movie is based off of a book written by Stephen King, and it is amazing, amazing. And so here I was just using my Stabilo 68 pens to draw, faces and characters. Here his head is a bit too narrow. And each character I would always pick the same color. So as you can see, Claiborne is always this light blue. Her daughter is always this brown. The father is always orange. And then the detective is dark blue. Except here, I changed her to yellow. But yeah, so this whole, and I just wanted to fill the whole page with just different images from the movie, and I would just pause and draw. And then this is the old lady that Claiborne takes care of. So the premise of the movie is that she's a maid to this very rich, mean lady, and she's married to a drunk, and they have a daughter together. And the movie starts with this lady falling down the stairs, and the way that they film it in the beginning, you think that Dolores has pushed her down, but she looks very sad, and then like it doesn't make sense, and the detective is convinced that Claiborne killed the old lady. And then you have flashbacks of her seeing things because her daughter, who's a journalist, a big shot journalist, comes to town because she hears of this, and so you just see like the whole history there and whatnot. It's a great film, great film. I would recommend it. So yeah, so that's what I've been doing in my sketchbook here. This is another character that I was drawing. Also, me just kind of like freely drawing. Again, freely drawing. I just wanted to play around. And since I had already drawn that one mermaid, I wanted to draw another. So that's it. All right, so that's how I'm going to end the video. I hope you enjoyed the little update of what I've been working on, and I will see you guys soon.